Namaste, it's Renee, and welcome to my podcast, Peace, Love, Abundance, a place where I like to speak about many, many things. As a yoga instructor and an Ayurveda teacher, of course, a lot of my subjects are going to be based on health and wellness and mindset, because I believe it's the whole picture. You can't eat good food all day if you don't have a mindset of abundance and positivity, and vice versa. You can't just focus on your mind and assume that you can eat whatever the hell you want, right? And then also there's the physical aspect of getting exercise or just being outdoors, Mother Nature, fresh air, scenery, and enjoying life. All of it. We need all of it. And you need to put all the puzzle pieces together. You need to connect the dots. So it's a forum for me to promote my business, my website. I have a website, and on my website I have several workshops, from learning about the chakras to connecting the dots and setting good goals, like having a good business plan. You need to, in life, have a good plan for life. Now, it doesn't mean that you have everything figured out, but you got to get out of your head. If you're in your head and you have all these ideas and dreams and ambitions, and they don't ever come to fruition for you, it's because you need to get those ideas out of your head and onto paper. And my Connecting the Dots Masterclass specifically walks you through the steps that it takes to formulate basically a plan for your goals, dreams, and ambitions. Connecting the dots of the future, and based on connecting the dots of your past, figuring out who you truly are, what you're naturally good at, what you're not good at, what are your excuses, what gets in your way, what are your limiting beliefs, and helps you get out of your head. So it helps you get out of your head if you're holding yourself to some limiting beliefs. And also, if you have a lot of good ideas in your head, but you never take the time to write it down, then my Connecting the Dots Goals Masterclass will be for you to write that down. So, given that, though, this episode is dedicated to getting out of your head. Now, I've briefly touched on it there in the beginning, but let's dig a little bit deeper. You truly do need to get out of your head, and sometimes to get out of your own head, sometimes you literally need to step out and even go volunteer. Volunteering and helping somebody else gives you a lot of perspective and helps you appreciate your life and everything that you have. Because let's face it, we tend to get in these modes where we start to believe that we're a victim and that we don't have the things in life that we deserve. And we start to think, oh, I need a massage, I need a manicure, a pedicure, a facial. I need to go buy more makeup and clothes to make myself feel pretty and to look good and to be accepted by society. We get really caught up in our minds and our heads, and we watch social media and the unrealistic lives of other people, and we try and put ourselves in their shoes, or we get jealous and wonder why our lives aren't like their lives. But in reality, we all hear everybody talk about it these days, that on social media, people are only posting the good things about their life, right? So here you are, possibly even being jealous over something that's not even necessary to be jealous over. But jealousy, what is jealousy? Jealousy is all these thoughts that are made up in your mind. You're creating these stories thinking that somebody else's life is better than yours. Somebody else's husband is better than yours. Somebody else's job is better than yours. You are creating those stories. You truly, truly are creating those stories. And you need to get out of your head. Live your life. Do your Dharma. What is it that you are good at? What could you share with your family, friends, or even the world? Something that you're good at. Because if you're caught up in somebody else's life, in their shadows, or trying to keep up with the Joneses, then you're not even appreciating what you naturally are good at. Now, my goal is to keep this podcast today short and just get you to think, which is kind of funny or ironic, right? Because I'm trying to tell you to get out of your head. But if you are having these thoughts of jealousy, or that you're not good enough or pretty enough, and you are getting in your way because you are in your own head too much, then you need to get out of your head, get out of your own way, release the limiting beliefs that you are constantly festering on and thinking about. Get out and do something for somebody else. Clear the zone. Clear the zone. Get out of your own head and go volunteer yourself. It can be quite amazing afterwards to know that whenever you come back, you can appreciate the things in your life much more than you are already. Because you are a beautiful person. You're a beautiful soul, and you have a gift that you can give to this world. You have what's called your own Dharma. Your own Dharma is what makes you who you are, makes you the individual that you are, makes you good at what you're naturally good at. And it helps you along this path. Now, it doesn't mean that you have everything figured out. By all means, even going out to volunteer for an afternoon isn't going to mean that all of a sudden life is just going to open up and your Dharma is going to be right in front of you and you're going to have everything figured out. No, it's quite the opposite. Life is meant to be cultivated and nurtured, and we have to constantly remind ourselves of our own path. Our path doesn't stay in front of us naturally without us continuing to remind ourselves of our goals, dreams, ambitions, and what we're naturally good at, and spending time with others and volunteering our time. We have to go out there and do that. Life is constant work. There is never going to be a time in your life when you have it all figured out. And there's definitely going to be times in your life when maybe you can't go from A to B without C. Right? Things pop up in our path. But that's one reason why I'm encouraging you to take time to write things down. Create a somewhat a business plan, but it's your life plan. Start connecting the dots of your future. And a lot of these dots of our future that we're going to connect are based on dots of our past, of things that you've tried to do and they didn't work, because those are lessons learned. Mistakes made are how we learn in life. So you do need to connect the dots of your past to connect the dots of your future. And your future is dependent on you sitting down and getting these thoughts out of your head. Because if everything's up in your head, then you can't visually see it. Which, speaking of visual, make yourself a vision board. Get a bunch of magazines and cut out some pictures of the visions and the things, your goals, the things that you want in life, the things that you think are your path, and start mapping out your path. And revisit your goals, dreams, and ambitions often as you can. But most of all, you need to get it out of your head and onto paper. You need to step out, clear the zone for an afternoon, go volunteer for a little bit, and then write down even your thoughts. After you volunteered, write down the experience. What did you learn? To be doing something for somebody else or something else. What did you get out of that? Did you maybe start to find that there's more to life than all these crazy jealousy thoughts in your mind? Whatever it is, you need to get out of your head. Take some time for someone else, somebody else, something else, and then even take the time to write it all down and formulate it. Figure out what your Dharma is, what your path is, what you're good at, what you're not good at. It's okay to not be good at everything. I'm telling you right now, it's okay to not be good at everything. But it is the things that you are good at that you want to continue on that path. And jealousy, living in a world of jealousy, is not going to help you stay on your path. As a matter of fact, you're in someone else's shadows. You're trying to keep up with the Joneses rather than yourself. So let's get out of your head and onto some paper or some kind of journaling. Even a voice journal would be good. A vision board. If you're a visual person, create a visual vision board. Whatever it is. Today, though, I want to leave you with peace, love, and abundance. However I can help you or reach out for help from somebody else. But it's time. It's time to let go of the jealousy and get out of your head. Do something for somebody else. And sit down and write down your goals, dreams, and ambitions. and follow your Dharma, your true path. Today I leave you with peace, love, abundance, and namaste.